Preparing for patrol, the men who police the ghettos of South Kingston have learned to take nothing for granted. Their enemy, heavily armed drug gangs engaged in a brutal turf war. They are what makes Kingston the murder capital of the world. These men are desperately trying to fight fire with fire, but they're losing the battle on the meanest of inner city streets. Complicating the situation for these men, the gang's links to senior politicians. In this poverty-stricken inner-city wasteland, it's difficult to avoid their pervasive influence. Difficult as well to overcome the suspicion that clouds relations between the community and the police.
But I've been looking for you for some time, I can't find you.
But the mood here is often volatile. These policemen know that as day turns to night, so their patrol becomes increasingly dangerous.
I think it is the most problematic police district in Jamaica.
Why?
Because of the amount of crimes that are committed here.
Drugs, guns and poverty make this part of Kingston one of the world's most difficult and dangerous areas to police. But officers say their plight is made far worse by a chronic lack of funding and resources. No computer simulation at the police training college. Instead, recruits recite lengthy tracts from a thick manual left behind by the British. They're rote learning the principles of policing because there aren't the funds for more practical training.
They are issued after 2 years with the M16 rifles.
New recruits are also taught to fire weapons with a killing range of almost a mile, fully aware that they'll be outgunned by the drug gangs.
Apart from the normal pistols that they have AK-47s, they have M16 rifles, they have explosives, dynamites, and all of those things. Yes, they have those. It's awesome.
The number of officers killed in the line of duty has risen steadily. It's no coincidence the figures surge every year there's an election, given the drug gang's links to senior politicians.
On one raid recently, some 10,000 rounds of ammunition were recovered in one raid, one find. And that's what we're up against. That's the kind of firepower we're up against. AK-47s. We have recovered guns in this country. We don't know their names.
Jamaica's heavily criticized police officers are now desperate for international assistance. Unless they're given the help they need, some believe the consequences could be almost too horrible to contemplate. David Willis, BBC News, Kingston, Jamaica.